Mark Messier is with us, Mike, getting ready for a Game 2 tonight in the Stanley Cup Final.
He's going to be in the Versus studio.
Yes, he is. Was the Game 1. Now he's there for Game 2, and he joins us here on Sports Radio 66 Yes and ROW. Mess, good to talk to you. Chris and Mike in New York, how are you today?
Thanks very much. All the people from Versus say hello.
All right.
Nice to talk to you, Mark. How's everything?
Doing great, thank you.
And a very good first game, Mark. I happened to get a lot of this game on Monday night. This was a different kind of first game, I thought. I thought both teams went after each other right away. A lot of action. You know, they were physical. I thought sometimes there's a feeling out process, especially the way the hockey is now with these divisions playing other divisions so sparingly. But I thought this first game was a tremendous Game 1 as far as no feeling out process goes. Give me your thoughts about that.
No question about it. At this stage of the playoffs, there's not a lot of time to feel out each other right now. They got to get right after it, which they did. I thought Ottawa came out with a lot of adrenaline. But soon after the first 5 or 6 or 7 minutes there, the reality of the 9-day layoff set in there. Their legs looked heavy, and they never really seemed to get on track the rest of the game. Anaheim, on the other hand, played their game that they played all series there. They played the same way, very aggressive, very strong, took some penalties, were able to kill them off, and able to score big goals at timely time of the game there. And they won the way they've won all playoff long.
Mark, let me divert you from the Stanley Cup Final for a second to the Ranger news about Maloney and him going to Phoenix and everything else. How does that impact you?
Well, it hasn't really impacted me in any ways whatsoever. As we all know, when the story came out that I was actively seeking the general manager's job, it didn't quite. It's not quite true. I hope at some point to get back into the game. At this particular point, I don't know if I'm quite ready for it and what it entails and the amount of time and work that it requires, especially with a young family. I'm kind of sitting back and analyzing my own situation daily and weekly and monthly. And as of right now, I don't have any intention of getting in at this particular point.
We talked to Leachy when he retired the other day, and he made a point that he didn't think he'd stay away long, and we mentioned you too. So maybe you guys, as good of friends as you are, maybe you guys are going to team up and run a franchise, and one of you runs it and one of you coaches it, and be involved for a while, huh?
Well, it's I can see him getting back as well. Gravy's there doing some work with the Rangers now. It's exciting opportunity for all of us to stay involved with the Rangers at some point. But, again, it's going to be up to everybody to kind of figure out where they're at in their own lives with the families that we all have. And there's a tremendous time requirement that requires to do a job and do a good job. So all those things have to be really balanced out.
Mesh, does Anaheim have a lot of guys who are on a team that lost to the Devils? I know the goalie is. Anybody else, or is it pretty much a new team from 3 years ago that lost to the Devils in 7 games?
A lot of new players that they have there. You know, the big difference, obviously, is Pronger. Coming in here, just unbelievable player. Controls the game. Niedermeyer, obviously, is a tremendous player. The young kids that they got right here now are just incredible players. I really like Getzlaf. I think he's a guy that is a perfect playoff type player. He plays in every situation of the game. He's big, he's strong, he's tough. And when you got a big, strong centerman like that can dominate the game the way he's doing right now, it makes a big difference for a team.
And how about the Ottawa big line that killed Buffalo and killed everybody so much in this postseason? What did they do in that first game? What did Anaheim do? Give me your thoughts on that Ottawa big line there in Game 1 in this series.
Well, obviously they didn't have the game that they wanted to have, but there's a tremendous amount of pressure on those guys to carry the offense for Ottawa. I think, having said that, having the 9-day layoff really hurt them. I know myself, having played, they like to be playing regularly and often. That's when you feel your best as a player. So I think that hurt them a bit, but they're going to have a tough time against this Ottawa team. Their Ottawa team's very good defensively. They got, obviously, Niedermeyer and Pronger leading the way, but those other guys, Beauchemin and Sean O'Donnell and these guys, it's going to be tough for them to find ways to score. But if they don't find a way to score, it's going to be tough for Ottawa to win.
Is this a well-balanced series in your mind?
I like the balance of this series. I like both teams in this series. I like the way they both play. I like the way Anaheim plays a lot. Randy Carlyle's a hard-nosed kind of guy. So is Brian Burke. They got the team playing a tough brand of hockey, an aggressive brand of hockey, which is good as for a viewer. And really, Ottawa's got a lot of skill that plays a hard game as well. So hopefully, you know, the game tonight is as good or better than it was in the first game.